No. No way.
Wait, so you texted a minor?
It was an accident. Hi guys, it's Brent.
Gosh, oh, you hi everybody. Later.
Mom. Yeah. That's funny right there. Good job. When I have a girlfriend, I just want to say I only have one nickname for her, and I'll be calling her Milady. That'll be her nickname when I have a girlfriend.
What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Channing, and today we're going to be talking about a guy named Brent Johnson, also known as TikTok's deranged Disney adult. I came across this guy recently on TikTok, and his story is very intriguing. But before we get into the meat and mashed potatoes of Brent's story, let me give you all some background information. You see, Brent is a 26-year-old man that resides in Arizona, living in a group home away from his immediate family. Brent also has autism and is heavily obsessed with Disney movies like Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear, but most importantly, the Cars movies. Now, Brent's obsession with the Cars movies exceeds the limitations that words can fit in a sentence. I say this because I probably listened to Life is a Highway by Rascal Flatts a couple hundred times while scrubbing Brent's TikTok account. And while doing so, I found out that in late 2020 is when
Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Hey, yo, so what? Damn, I can't even speak. Yo, what's up, YouTube? Say, hey, yo, fuck. Hey, yo, chat. hey, yo, chat. Say hi to YouTube. I'm posted on YouTube, y'all. So when did they fucking drop this video? 6 days ago? No way.
Account that we're talking about. Now, it's important to mention that Brent's dream in life is to become a pop star, like Justin Bieber, for example. But what Brent didn't know is that while he was trying to chase his dreams online, trolls would eventually expose Brent's darkest secrets, giving us a glimpse into the deranged and sinister past of Brent Johnson. And
bro, he was so, like, I'd be watching his videos on IG, bro. He'd be like, ka-chow, or like saying like, grab some stuff like, but I did not know he's 26 and like autistic and what's it called, foster care, dude. I did not know that. That's crazy, dude. Oh shit, my bad, chat.
Understand how a few secrets can permanently scar an online career. So, with all that being said, let's take a look at some of Brent's first TikTok videos, posted in late 2020 featuring his singing skills, where Brent will either cover well-known songs, or as you'll see in a second clip, he makes his own songs.
Free as the grass that's right under your feet. Free as the sky underneath your wings. Free as the wind and the river flowing. I'm not the kind of guy who hurts you. I'm not the kind of guy who cheats on you. I'm not the kind of guy who hurts you. And I'm not the kind of guy who cheats on you. I just want to say, there's something you should know. And I want you to know that I love you. I will always love you. Yeah, there's something you should.
Bro, he makes better music than me, chat. He makes better music than me. Like, what the fuck?
And I want you to know that I love you. I will always love you.
Now, it's important to mention that Brent's hobbies and interests are those of someone who you'd think is...
I'm sorry, I'm pausing too much, but like, I don't really get that kind of, I don't get this kind of cake, man. I'm fucking 24. I got like no cake. Who knows my age, bro?
Much younger than him, and it was clear to me after doing my research that Brent never really grew out of enjoying everything Disney, which isn't the problem by any means. Everyone is certainly entitled to their own interests and hobbies, and for all we know, this could have something to do with Brent's autism. But besides the point, as you could have probably guessed, once Brent's page would grow on TikTok, trolls would use Brent's own interests as ammo to make fun of him, saying things in the comments section like 26 by the way, as a way of slyly pointing pointing out Brent's age while making fun of the fact that he still plays with kid toys. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Brent lives in a group home, but sometimes he'll go on leave to see different family members, like his uncle, for example. The reason we know this is because Brent's uncle has made many different comments on Brent's profile, and Brent would also respond to all of these comments.
Chat, he got
as well.
drip. He
Now,
got
with
drip.
that in mind, we're unsure who Brent sees on a regular basis from his family besides his uncle, or if they're even his real bloodline or not. Because in a poem that Brent shared on his TikTok, he explains that he was in foster care at a young age. But as far as living in the group home goes, Brent seems to be enjoying his stay. Now, it's still unclear as to how often Brent sees who he calls his family, and one of the only videos that I could find of Brent together with any of his relatives is a video posted a day after Brent's birthday on April 30th, 2023, as you can see here.
Blurred to protect the daylight of my eyes. Oh, okay, that's foster care. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, holy shit.
Now, at this point in the Brent Johnson timeline, Brent's TikTok videos consisted of different Cars movie-related tribute posts, I guess you could call it, as well as different videos of him singing and dancing, making him seem like a pretty innocent soul. But it's important to mention that at this time, Brent's videos would also only see a couple hundred of viewers, and because of that, his account wasn't big enough to go live on TikTok, until one day, everything would change. You see, on May 5th, 2024, Brent posted a video of him singing a cover of Ariana Grande's One Last Time, as you can see here.
So one last time, I need to be the one who takes you home. One last time, I promise after that I'll let you go.
Now, not only was this video Brent Johnson's first viral hit, it also awarded him a small audience, despite the heaps of negative comments coming from trolls. But despite the trolls, Brent began to get more comfortable with being on camera, leading him to do a full-on room tour on TikTok, as you can see here.
Hey guys, it's Brent. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys and giving you guys a grand tour of my room. So let's get to it. So that's my Peek-a-Bank portable DVD player. And right next to my portable DVD player is my hygiene. And right next to it, I got my cup and my cap, which has got my name on it. And right over here, this is my TV and my two remotes and my chargers and stuff. And I got my very own desk. And of course, right over here, I got my very own lamp. And if we go right here, I'll make sure I open it. This is where I keep. So in this closet, I have another hygiene set, and I got my lamp, my lunch bag. I don't use it for my lunches. I just put whatever. And these are my caps, my other hats. I got my other shoes.
Man, these shoes are kind of drippy though.
And underneath that, this is my Cars diecast. So on the top shelf, those right here are the DVDs, and right next to it, right here, these are the books, and right next to it, these are the opening package that I opened back in 2023. And way at top, like the Disney Pixar, that's my puzzle. That's a puzzle I got for Christmas back in 2022. And especially, of course, this is where I sleep. This is my very own bed. So yeah, that's it. And I'll see you guys on my next video.
Now, as Brent's page
Ka-chow.
grew on
Aw,
TikTok,
I
he
thought he was
began to
gonna say
amass
ka-chow.
tons and tons of trolls, as I mentioned earlier, which led Brent to truly believe he had an audience, even though most of his viewers were just laughing at him, filling up the comment sections with jokes. Eventually, Brent decided he would stand up for himself against the trolls by dropping a song on December 5th, 2024, as you can see here.
They want to see my reaction. Well, I'm not going to show it. They already know it. Because haters may be a trolls, but they will never be my control. Yeah, I can make my own decision. So I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to spread it. Because Haters may be a trolls, but they will never be my control. Yeah.
Now, as Brent continued posting TikToks while allowing viewers to tag along for the journey, Brent decided to set up a GoFundMe on March 20th, 2025, which leads us directly into Brent's first controversy. You see, Brent's idea was to raise a few $1,000s in order to pay for his dream vacation to Disneyland, as you can see here.
Hi guys, good morning. It's me, Brent Johnson, with another vlog. So I just want to say that I started this thing called GoFundMe last week on Tuesday. I want you all to know that thank you all so much for you guys' love and support and helping me to get there. I could have done it without you guys. You guys are an amazing people. Thank you. So to me is that trip is my dream vacation. And that trip will make my dreams come true. Also, ka-chow!
Ah, there it
But
is!
what many viewers didn't know is Brent had already been to Disneyland and had made it seem like this was his first time going. And after many
Motherfucker troll your asses? That's crazy. Nah, that's fucking crazy, chat. Nah.
people donated to the GoFundMe, Brent would then later announce that the trip was cancelled, along with very minimal posts regarding anything about the trip. So this left many people wondering what Brent's true intentions were behind this GoFundMe, especially after watching different spending sprees at Target and other stores where Brent would buy different Lightning McQueen and Disney toys, leaving viewers concerned because it was well understood that Brent is unemployed, which in turn made people wonder where Brent would have gotten that money.
Tell him to bring me my money.
And if he was secretly spending his donations from GoFundMe on toys. And it's safe to say that we can only speculate, as no one truly knows. But as we continue, I wanted to mention that in terms
Oh, that Target's kind of far though. Why that Target color is kind of far.
we speculate, as no one truly knows. But
I'd rather have brown color than a fucking red color from my area from Target. Wait, he's from Arizona. From where though?
as we continue, I wanted to mention that in terms of the timeline of Brent's story, these are also very recent events, because Brent's TikTok page has only blown up in the early months of 2025 and is still growing. Now, after doing my research, the biggest pattern of growth for Brent's page is his TikTok lives, where people will take his worst moments, clip it, then post their own videos on a separate page, and Brent absolutely despises this, which would lead
Not gonna lie, chat. Every time I see this motherfucker on my IG, I would say, ka-chow! All the fucking time, dude. Oh, Lord.
Brent to post a video on March 28th where he's addressing the trolls making edits of him, as you can see here.
Hi guys, good morning everyone. It's me, Brent Johnson, back at it again. I just want you all to know, and in case you know, that on the app of TikTok, I reached 10.3k followers. That's just amazing. It's really amazing.
Chat, should I keep posting on TikTok? Is that how you get all the fucking audience? Like, I mean, I do have a little bit, but like, is that the move right now? Shit, I'm about to do this. I'm about to do it, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Amazing. And I feel blessed for that. And happy for that. So during this past week, Disney just commented on my Instagram page of the Snow White movie, the live action. And it says a timeless classic with the apple emoji. And I just felt, I feel shocked in a good way. And that's my best accomplishment for that from Disney. And then I give it a like, I even pinned it. So back in the app of TikTok, I keep getting hate, criticism, making fun of, and especially what annoys me the most is making edits to me. And to me, that is not okay.
Now, as human beings, I can assure you that most of us would hate to have our worst moments.
Hey, man, it's 2025, bro. We're all fucking stupid sometimes, you know? Sometimes we just want to, like, you know, like...
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Live stream clipped together, then posted online for everyone to see. But this wasn't the only reason why Brent hated when people posted about him, because as Brent's page grew, it only created more room for people to dig into his past. And one of the biggest questions I saw in his comment sections were people asking why he was living in a group home while not having contact with his family, until I discovered the speculation of one of Brent's dirty little secrets that he doesn't want anyone to know through a page called Star Blast. Now on this page are different clips of Brent's live streams that all have tens and some even hundreds of thousands of views, and big shout out to them for archiving a lot of Brent's content. Now, on one of Brent's recent live streams sometime between April or early May of 2025, Brent would discuss a situation regarding him and his older sister, whose name I won't mention. You see, as people began to uncover Brent's past, viewers would go into his live stream and ask Brent straightforward questions about some of these allegations. And according to Brent, something happened that he isn't proud of, as you can see here.
I cannot give much away what I did back in 2017 because that's too personal for me, and I want to share this to my friends and family. I just don't want to share it with the people, you know, because I just felt bad what I did back then, but let's not talk about that.
Now, even though Brent didn't directly specify what happened, viewers would start to put together the pieces to the puzzle, which led many to believe why Brent was sent to live in a group home. And I do want to mention that this is all alleged. You see, many people believe that Brent SA'd his older sister, which led Brent to go to juvie and get separated from his family, hence living in a group home. And whether or not something truly happened is between Brent, the Lord, and the
Her fucking sister? Oh, nah, you're tripping, bro. Hold on.
law, living in a group, his older sister, which that this led many to believe why Brent was sent to live in a group home. And I do want to mention that this is all alleged. You see, many people believe that Brent SA'd his older sister, which led Brent to go to juvie and get separated from his family, hence living in a group home. And whether or not something truly happened is between Brent, the Lord, and the law. Now, the reason why people believe this is purely due to different live streams where Brent would tiptoe around this topic before ultimately breaking down and crying when people asked him about his sister. You see, Brent would never go into detail, he'd just release breadcrumbs, which makes understanding this entire situation as an outsider hard to comprehend. And what's interesting is Brent's older and younger sister have both been seen online answering questions in regards to Brent, but they would also ignore any questions about his allegations. Now, what we do know is Brent would comment on his older sister's Facebook page and obsess over her for quite some time, even blowing up her phone with texts and calls while he was separated from the family. Ultimately, Brent's sister decided to block Brent, as you can see here, where she explains having to block him after blowing up her phone and talking about her in public.
Well, hopefully, I'll give it the time. There's no time limit. I just want to give time for my big sister, you know? It's very complicated. It's been 1 year since she blocked me. She originally blocked me about 1 year ago on Friday, November 24th.
How the fuck you know when she blocked you? That's a fucking sociopath right there, chat. Or a killer, bro. Fuck. Dude, I don't remember when I fucking started my wife, dude. I have no clue when we started dating. Yeah, dude, I have no fucking clue, bro.
Last year.
It's crazy how you remember all this shit.
Compliment. And then I was gonna video chat her. She deleted those comments. You know, I was just telling her you look just like as mom in a beautiful way.
What? We're flying to Philadelphia! Oh, hell no!
Hell no! Nah, this motherfucker needs to go to jail.
And, you know, and then she deleted those comments. And then I tried to video chat her on Messenger. And then she hung up on me, and then I told her and say that, hey sister, if you're mad at me, if you are, I just want to say I'm sorry, can you forgive me? And then a couple seconds later, she blocked me. And then I was going to search you up on Instagram. She blocked.
Bro, leave her fuck alone, dude. Damn. I understand your fucking sister, but like, she don't want to talk to you. Like, she don't want to talk to you, fam. Like, leave her alone, dude. That's crazy, bro. Hold on, let me put my other headphones on. That is crazy, bro. Like, leave her the fuck alone, dude. Like, damn. I don't even talk to my sister. We had some family issues. Well, not anymore, but still, I don't even talk to my sister. She got her first baby. I haven't met the fucking baby yet. I haven't met the baby yet, chat. I think that's the reason she doesn't want to talk to me. Alright.
Block me that too.
Now, as I continued to dig, Brent's controversies only worsened. As you can see here, this is a screenshot of Brent supposedly talking to a mic.
Oh, hell no. That's what you... Okay, you... thanks. So how old are you? Everything... You're old enough to make me want to... Hold on.
minor, where Brent asks the age of the person he's talking to, then continues to talk recklessly. This was then followed up by a lengthy response from the supposed minor stating that the trolls were right and that Brent was basically a scammer and a predator. Now, I do want to mention that these photos that we just observed were taken from the Big Red Bird on YouTube, so big shout out to him. Now, when all of this information would get leaked amongst Brent's trolls, they began to ask Brent why he was recklessly texting minors, which led to one of Brent's most infamous moments on live that would be clipped and posted all over TikTok, as you can see here.
Wait, so you texted a minor?
It was an accident. No, it was, I thought it was.
You know he was a minor, right?
I did not know, because I did not know.
Now, after watching that video,
Chat,
Brent
he's
says
cooked.
it was a mistake,
He's cooked.
but I'm not sure how you blatantly ask someone their age,
He's
visibly
cooked.
see they're under 18, then continue to talk recklessly.
You know what? I don't freaking care. People can hate on me all they want, because whatever they say is not true. If you believe it, fine. It just makes me uncomfortable to talk about my past. You don't know about me what I was going through, and now I just don't want to share.
On.
Bro,
You gave up that privacy when you joined.
I
Trying to-
can't.
You gave up that. Come on here every day. Your privacy is gone. You gave up that privacy when you joined TikTok, correct?
Damn.
You stream every day, correct?
Damn.
Let's be real. I'm not trying to.
Damn.
And even if Brent does struggle with autism, this is still a big no-no. Now, it was in this moment that I realized that Brent isn't the innocent person that he portrays himself as in his own videos, and he certainly has a dark side. Now, I do want to mention that we don't know for sure if Brent truly went to juvie or not for supposedly essaying his sister, because under many statutes of the law, this information is protected for minors when you go to juvie, so the only way we'd know for sure is if someone close to Brent released that information. And if all of that is true, it would surely explain why Brent's sisters seem to want nothing to do with him and aren't comfortable talking to him or saying much about him on social media. I could only imagine that if this is true, Brent's older sister just wants to live a normal life like everyone else. So when all of this information resurfaced about Brent, I'm sure it could be a trigger for an unhappy response. Now, as I've put this video together, I've gotten to learn a lot about Brent and his story, and I've also seemed to build a constructive idea of what Brent's relationship is like with his audience. You see, Brent truly believes he has supporters on TikTok, and I'm sure there's a few, but for the most part, Brent is heavily made fun of and mocked. And after attending a few of Brent's live streams, this is extremely apparent. Basically, to summarize, the dynamic of Brent's live streams consists of Brent and usually a few other people talking with him in the panel, while hundreds of viewers watch and comment. Now, the people in the panel are usually just catfishes and trolls, leading Brent to believe they're his friends or his girlfriend, but really, they're just mocking him and making a joke out of him. Now, even though Brent lacks the basic knowledge that he's being messed with, sometimes on these live streams, one of the trolls will let out a giggle or make Brent do something just a little extreme for Brent's liking, making him seemingly snap back into reality for a moment as if he just realized what he did was extremely weird or cringy. And in these moments when Brent realizes he's being made fun of, he basically shuts down, sits on live, and pouts until he gains sympathy and starts to get his way, which has led to many of the moments that are clipped and posted to other TikTok accounts airing Brent's name out even more, creating a cycle of small Brent Johnson crash outs in exchange for viral clips. Brent is also very, how do I put this, weird with women. The only way I can describe him is being the needy guy, like the one who constantly needs reassurance, constantly needs to know where you are, and so forth. And what's sad is the only people really talking to Brent and giving into all of this seem to be trolls. Now, like I said, Brent's story is very recent, and to be quite honest, there's not a lot of information on this guy, other than looking at Brent's personal pages and what we've put together in this video already. So whether or not his allegations between him and his sister are true is up for you to decide. Now, at this point in time, Brent is still going live almost every single day.
What?
So who knows if someone in the future will come out exposing him again for talking to another minor. And I sure hope that's not the case. And after telling Brent's story, it's apparent to me that if you have a dark secret and want to have an online career, those two things usually do not mesh well. But as far as Brent Johnson, that's about all I have for you guys today. If anyone does have any information on Brent that they're willing to share, or you just want to reach out to say hi, please email me at the email in the description. And before I leave, I do want to show my...
I wanna. Hey yo, chat.
Brother.
Hey, go subscribe my boy, Cheney TDV, man. Catching all these talking about all these people, weird people. So, hey, man, I hope I can upload this on YouTube, man. I'm gonna shout out you, brother. All right, let's go. I'm gonna pick.